Ahoy, mateys. Welcome aboard. It took me a minute because I had to write down a new subscriber, add it to my list of new subscribers, which I will be mentioning tonight. Oddly enough, I know this new subscriber. The pick. Uh-oh. No, I don't believe I did. Welcome aboard, Grand Marais. And Sue is here. And I'm pretty sure she's one of my new subscribers. And there's Sandy Robinson. Welcome aboard. Yeah, we're going to have a good crew going tonight. I didn't get a lot done this afternoon. Neighbor needed some help with her windows. Dennis did come over and get his guitar and a few other things out of the bus, so they're out of my way. Dave came over yakking about selling my sister a washing machine, whatever. I haven't heard from my sister in a couple of days, but that's cool. Todd Johnson, welcome aboard. Before I forget, if you are watching this on the replay, thank you. Welcome aboard. Don't forget to do that thumbs up. Totally appreciate it. And what else was there? Don't remember. There go those dolphins again, right? Yeah. Around here, a lot of people use a squirrel for forgetfulness. Me, for my forgetfulness or losing my train of thought, I like to use a dolphin. I mean, you think about it. If you're out in the water and you're yakking with your friends, all of a sudden a dolphin comes by. Well, you're watching the dolphin. You're not even thinking about what you were talking about with your friends. Linda Barker, welcome aboard. It's resent. Okay. 15 foot long, half of it's on land. Wow. A big croc sounds like. Now, some of these videos or pictures I should send to my download so I can show them here. Okay. Catching up. Yeah. That would be funny. I wouldn't scream, I don't think. Now that croc, that might make me scream like a girl. So, as you know, this morning I was talking about doing the green screen stuff and all that with my neighbors, as I've got an 11 o'clock appointment tomorrow. Well, the good thing is that's been changed. It's not until Monday. So I've got another few hours to, I don't know, Sandra. I've tried a couple different ones, and I'm told that I don't have enough memory in this Chromebook. I have a Samsung Chromebook. I don't know what to tell you. I would watch some reviews and don't necessarily take the first review's word for it. And who knows, maybe someone in here in our chat will have a good answer for you. I, in particular, just because I use a Chromebook, I'm not a pro at it, number one. Number two, it's a different operating system than what I've been used to. Windows, seem to have a lot more applications, if you will, built in, even an editor. But I don't believe there's any editors built into Chromebook. You'd have to download an app and maybe hope that your memory is big enough on your Chromebook, or even your capacity, not just the memory, but your hard drive. Hey, Sandy, I know. I hear you. I'm still learning, and I will mention a couple times as we go through the course of the next couple hours. Magically makes the customers waterproof. I got a couple other things going tomorrow that I'm going to try with the Chromebook, and I'll let you know, Sandra. I'll has to be online. Well, yeah, that might be even more difficult. Finding something that you can use basically in the cloud. Woohoo, you're way beyond me. Iris, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Everybody give a warm welcome to Iris from 3 Generations, please. She's new to us as of last week. Seen her on a couple different live streams. I have not gone to visit her channel yet. But since we're talking about new things, cloud is a C word. Good one, Susan. Susan Sprang, who is one of my new subscribers, along with 3 Generations, Iris, along with Canadian Treasure Hunter, Mommy Janice YT, you've probably seen them in here, Leah and Lila Vlogs, haven't seen them in a while, but they subscribe. And then there's more, but I thought I would mention a few, and every week I'll try to mention a few. Thank you. You don't have a channel, but okay. You never know. Thank you for your support, Iris. We all appreciate that. We're kind of known as CCs. A guy by the name of Blue Wave Odyssey, Bob, he came up with these abbreviations 2.5 years ago, and we're still using them. CC is a content creator. And NN, I don't know why he came up with NN. It should have been NC, but it's NN, but it stands for a channel that has no content, or a person who is not producing videos, but they support the rest of us. So they're NNs. Almost sounds negative, doesn't it? But no. Without our supporters like you, Iris, we wouldn't be anywhere. Linda Barker, she's a supporter. She's an NN. You're NA. Yeah, not applicable. I use that as a password on one of my applications. The security question is, who was your first roommate during college? And that's easy. Not applicable. That's who stayed with me. Not applicable. I went to college. I didn't have any roommate. I lived off campus. That was a joke. You have support hose. I kind of need it for my varicose. No, not really. Not yet. I'm thinking of getting pantyhose, though, so I can wear shorts in winter and nobody knows. Hey, the UPS drivers, they always have shorts on. You ever notice that? In the wintertime, in the snow, they're wearing shorts. And they got nice tan legs. Yeah, tan pantyhose. 5 roommates. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to remember either. Oh, this says, welcome to the shit show. And this is on the featured channels channel. and they had taken a tour of a school bus conversion. But it was a nice one too. The people who owned the school bus had this in their entryway. Son and daughter, that's cool. You lived at home. Did I do anything else this afternoon? Let me look. Hardly. Comment of the week I mentioned this morning, but I'm going to mention it again. Oh, there was something that happened this afternoon. We'll get into that in just a moment. But comments of the week came from Todd and Jill. Todd Johnson, he's watching that video where green screen number 2 or whatever it was called, where the neighbors were just very complimentary to me, to the point of I have no more humble left in me now. But no, Todd made me feel good, as well as the neighbors, by basically reinforcing what they said, that I am appreciated. And then Jill, of course, she just made me blush. Well, her comments in there. So anyway, Meg, okay, cool. James is not here yet. But anyways, James was having a little issue with Lake of Dreams, the campground for M22, overcharged. And then they said, well, wait a minute, we didn't either. And Kevin Pollock, he got involved because he's up there. He's already up at Lake of Dreams. They have a permanent campsite up there. And so he and 3 other people, they finally figured out what happened. They got James and my transactions mixed up. So they're going to fix it probably tomorrow. James is going to drive up here. I mean, he was just bound and determined. He was mad. And I'm trying to tell James, no, don't drive up here. It'll get straightened out. And it is. It's going to be straightened out. So that's a good thing. But then Kevin told me, we were just chit-chatting back and forth about exciting that M22 is right around the corner. What is it? 3 weeks. 3 weeks from yesterday. And I think I missed Todd coming in too. But anyway, Kevin told me that the owners are looking forward to seeing me again. I'm like, really? What happened? Turns out that last year at M21, Synchronicity was the very first schoolie to have ever been at their campground. How about that? The owner even took pictures of Synchronicity last year. I said, well, Kevin, he's going to be surprised this year because she's much improved inside and outside. So that made me feel warm and fuzzy that Synchronicity got complimented. So that's cool. Hey, maybe there'll be a schoolie get-together at Lake of Dreams campground sometime in the future. You never know. If we can have one in the Upper Peninsula, why can't we have one in the Lower Peninsula? Uh-oh. Apparently I'm being offered a full-time job as a chief naturalist around these parts. As long as I don't have to be management, I'll just ask for more money. Well, there you go, Carl. And there's Kiso in the picture. Gotta change the background. If I can. Yes, I can. Tiny Farm Nuggets. Who are they? Well, yes, it is cool, Carl. And we'll understand if you can't come up here. What am I missing? Oh, Tom and Lori stopped in just for a minute this morning, getting towards the end on the show. And it just so happened while I was doing the thumbnail for this show, their live, not live, but their Saturday coffee chat video showed up. So I went to that. And by the way, they've got a contest going on. And you basically have to be there Wednesday at 7 a.m. Eastern. I wrote it down. I hope I can remember it, even, because I forget to read my notes. Some kind of they're giving away some what do you call it? Glitz, channel stuff first. But they're gonna, yeah, Todd, I got the front tires covered. The tires on the Ford Benet are the same, even the rims. So there'll be a rim-to-rim swap, and I'll pray that the rear tires, the duals, make it there and back. I think they will. But I still need a spare. So I may take 3 tires off the Benet and, keep one as a spare. Oh, I see. I thought Carl was talking about coming here. Oh, so James Catnees gave me a hint about the rear, taking a rear outer tire off the dually. You drive up on a block on the inner tire. Now your outer tire's up in the air. Take it off. We'll do whatever, You don't need the 6-ton jack. He said 5-ton jack, but I have a 6-ton, so I think, yeah, I've lifted the bus before. It's not a problem. Got to put a couple boards underneath the jack because it'll sink into the ground. But with a couple boards to spread the weight out, it works okay. Whew. Let's see here. Yeah, James knows some of the old school tricks for truck driving, for repairs. He was telling me yesterday, we were chatting, he was telling me yesterday about hot wiring an alternator. I may try it. I almost feel like bringing Serendipity, tow it behind the bus up to Lake of Dreams. I actually wouldn't have room for it. The bus takes up the entire site, so there wouldn't be room for the tow vehicle. Well, I mean, I could unhook it and park it over in one of the spots. I'm sure they'll let me, but I'm not going to. There's Ford Man. Welcome aboard, Kenny. Thank you for showing us out. Appreciate it very much. Holly's going to be on tonight. She is doing her nebulizer right now. And she's got a couple of other things going on. But she'll be ready, I'm guessing, around 7. And she's got some good jokes this week. So she'll probably be on a little bit longer than normal because she's got more jokes than she normally has. And they're pretty good jokes, actually. I haven't heard all of them, so I'll be hanging out with my ear to the doorway here to hear them. A couple of them really cracked me up that she told me. The jokes I've never heard before. So, all right. People probably want to get started on guessing, but we'll see. our clues from this morning, oh, come on. Our clues from this morning were, it's a couple. They're full-time. They're originally from Pennsylvania. They haven't been there in a while. One of their first videos, though, was of Hershey, Pennsylvania. And not at the chocolate factory. They were at an RV show. And this is like 3 years ago, easily. I think that's about all the verbal clues we've had so far. There are some visual clues, including pictures like these. Vicky's not here yet, but she was slamming out the guesses this morning, or earlier today. Oh, she's another one of my new subscribers. It's kind of funny, some of the people that have more than one channel are also subscribed to me. For instance, Lucky Dog Productions Manager is also subscribed to me more personally. Her real name, Susan Sprang. And then Victoria May Wallace also has another channel, which is called something Listen. Listen and Lurk, whatever it's called. But anyways, she's subscribed to me too. So yeah, I'm gaining subscribers. I'm not maybe the most popular person in the world, but people are subscribing. Yes, couple, full-time, originally from Pennsylvania. Been to Hershey, RV show, have seen a bear. Yes, they have. Actually, they saw more than one. I only showed you one picture. They have more. That park they were at. And that, yes, quiet listener, thank you. That was in Vermont where they saw the bear. I can't remember the exact name of the park that they were at. Nice place. Now you're saying, what is this? Oh, it's famous. It's in Tennessee. There we go. So we got two Susans here. We got Lucky Dog Productions moderator, and then we have Susan Sprang. So we have two Susans here. And if New Horizons shows up, unless she's at Pigeon Forge, she might be our third Susan. And no, the feature channel is not New Horizons because we've featured them before. This is a similar picture from New Horizons, or it could be from New Horizons, let's put it this way. This picture is from the feature channel, but this could have been a New Horizons photograph because they've been to this exact same park in Pigeon Forge. And they visited it when it was underwater. Linda's welcoming Susan Sprang. 3 Generations likes it too. Did I mention that three Generations is one of my newest subscribers? And I hope that she can confirm this, but she's coming to M22. If you need something more, I mentioned to Kevin today when I was talking to him, it looked like you were coming, and he saw you in a couple different chats, and he agreed with me that it sounds like you're coming. And if you need something, Kevin or I will be happy to pitch in and do whatever we can for you or whatever. Just let us know. 2 today to join. Well, thank you, Todd. Totally freaking awesome. See how God smiles on me? And Todd, too. Thank you, Todd. That is great. Did I? I don't think I mentioned that this morning. But you're welcome, Iris. The campground, Lake of Dreams campground, I did mention about finding out that they were taking pictures of my schoolie last year. But anyways, I'm honored by that. But I'm also going to kind of give them a little bit of a repayment. I have an area above my windshield. I call it the destination sign. It's not really a sign that I can change. Now, it still says Hobotech Camp 2020 on it, which I never made it there. Well, those letters are coming off, and I will change it to Lake of Dreams Campground. M22 2022. That'll be up there in 2-inch letters, very visible. So I'm honoring Lake of Dreams Campground. That's one thing about it. And the other thing is they're honoring us. They are one of our sponsors for the M22 meetups. I think that's awesome. Do you know any campgrounds that sponsor the people that are coming into their campground? I sure don't. I think it's pretty cool. Most variations, even Susie. Susie, I bet I know one that you don't answer to. Don't call me late for dinner. I bet that's one of your nicknames too. Don't call me late for dinner. It's not one of your nicknames. It sure is mine. Don't call me late for dinner. She's back as Susan on Lucky Dog Productions moderator. 3 generations, what a moderator is. And if you do become a channel, you're going to want a few moderators. If you notice, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see that Lucky Dog Productions moderator has a wrench by her name. Fordman, I believe, has a wrench. Todd has a wrench. I think Carl has a wrench. And you'll probably see him highlighted in blue on YouTube. Now, I am operating this live stream on a application, if you will, that's called StreamYard. So my view here is different from what yours is on YouTube. For instance, I can see we got 9 of you crazy pirates in the house. But I cannot see how many likes this video is getting. That doesn't show. And I can't see necessarily who my wrenches are. I just know. Linda Barker, she's also a wrench. And what that means, Iris, is that if somebody like a troll or, a person who, it's usually kids fooling around, they come on and they'll say filthy words or something bad, the moderators have the power to block them. They can't come back. So that's a cool thing. And I mean, if somebody does say something a little bit inappropriate, the moderators will also say, hey, this is Captain Jack's channel, don't do that. Please. And the moderators can throw me out in case I tell a filthy, dirty joke. I haven't done that lately, have I? Not since I stopped drinking. Oh my God. Here comes the filthy, dirty joke. So, welcome, Mark and Coral. HitchUpAndTow. Welcome aboard. Hey, please, somebody. I think Mark's a moderator too. I don't know if he can put up his own link. But anyways, put up Mark and Coral's link, especially for Iris to click on. Naj, welcome aboard. Yep, permission granted. Can't moderate the channel owner or another moderator. That's true. Some people, everybody's in their chat automatically becomes a moderator. You don't want that. You don't want everybody being a moderator. Because you might turn a troll into a moderator and they can do whatever they want. But anyway, I need somebody to put up HitchUpAndTow's link, especially for 3 Generations, so she can visit their channel. They are from across the water. No, not Bull Shoals. Across the Atlantic. They are in the UK. Fantastic channel. There is Carl's link. So you see, you can click on these links, Iris, and put them up in your upper tab, whatever, and watch them later, make comments, subscribe to them, etc. You especially want to subscribe to Mark if you like good stories, kind of on the edge stories, especially. They're fantastic. They are fantastic. New video coming out tomorrow from Carl. Not just saying hi to 3 Generations. Let me put up there. There's Mark and Carl's their link. youtube.com/c/HitchUpAndTow, which they do. They'll drag your ass all the way across the parking lot. They'll tow you. I told you so. So, anyways, some things I can't see, but then some things I can do that nobody else can. Like put up Lucky Dog Productions moderator, what she just said. I could put up Ashley Ratliff saying hi. Welcome aboard, Ashley. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. So we're doing good. We are doing very well. Now, if Holly would hurry up. Usually in the evening hours when Holly comes on, that gives me a chance to empty out a little bit of this. So I can be a little more comfortable. An intro to your channel. Fantastic. Hey, I don't really have an intro. I only have some stuff written in about. It's the only thing I did. I do not edit like a lot of people do. Naj, Holly is she's using her nebulizer at the moment. Her breathing's about the same as it's been. She's in between 2 and 3 on the liters per minute. Cool. You're funny, Carl. But, by the way, Ashley and 3 Generations, the competition is starting to show up. We got Carl. Yeah, he can dish it out. And then we got, Naj can dish it out too. And then we got Mark, he almost puts Papa Drew to shame. Anyways, we got some heavy hitters in here as far as the humor department. But seriously, great people, great channels. So, luckily, this is not a serious function. Yeah, I hear you. That's right. Anyway, I hope she kind of speeds things up a little bit. She's got a lot of good jokes tonight. Yeah. Yeah, Carl's correct. I kind of do the same thing. Like I said, I don't edit. What you see on the videos is pretty much what you get. Mistakes and all. Now, I've had it where I'm filming a video and somebody in the background is swearing. And I tell them, stop that, turn the camera off, and start over. Which irritates the heck out of me, but sometimes you got to do it. This channel's not 4 children, but I'm not going to offend any children who might be here. And if they happen to hear perhaps a few words that they shouldn't hear, well, they can go ask their parents, what does that mean? And their parents will make sure that I'm blocked from the kid's laptop or phone or whatever. All right. 0 editing. Maybe I'll add text. That's about it. I prefer a more organic type video. Do what works for you and your mileage may vary. That's true. I have one video where I was able to add some text to it. And it didn't really turn out all that well. But that's still, it's way back. 3 years ago. His mouth is zipped. He's not saying anything. Come on, Mark. Tumbleweed RV Life on the road heading this way. They are at Devil's Lake in North Dakota. You've crossed the border. Fantastic. Yes, 3 generations. Humor is good for the soul. Art Linkletter said, humor is the best medicine, or laughter is the best medicine. Hey, it was in the Reader's Digest. Maybe it was the Reader's Digest that said, I was thinking it was Art Linkletter. Remember, somebody can tell me. I'm going to put Christian and his lovely wife Tracy up here. And they are on their way to M22. 3 generations, you'll be meeting this couple at M22. And I promised them I would purchase some Hudsonville ice cream to share with them. I may find myself hitching a ride into town every day to get more ice cream. I doubt that the Dollar General in Merrill sells Hudsonville ice cream. But they might have Edie's. I know I've purchased ice cream at our Dollar General, so we'll see. They're tumbleweeds on their cell phone. So how long will it be before you get to Grand Rapids, Minnesota? When is M22? It is, what is it? Let's see. I'm getting there on the 21st. Let me see. It's September 23 through Sunday. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 23, 24. 22 through 25 is the main event. Now, you don't have to be, kids say the darndest things, you're right. You don't have to be a RVer or, you don't have to, your content doesn't have to be like mine or like anybody else's. It's specifically for anybody who is a YouTuber fanatic. No, you don't even have to be a fanatic. But YouTube, if your channel's about coin collecting, or your channel's about arts and crafts, or your channel's about beating your children, no, teasing, fishing, it don't matter. Come on. Well, we'll compare notes for one thing, but we have a good get together because we all have a common interest in YouTube, whether we're creators or not. And if you have a camper, that's a plus because it is a campground. But they have cabins. There's all kinds of things you can do to be there. Some people are only coming in for one day. A day pass is like $6. Edie's Espresso Crunch with the same Kahlua, with some Kahlua as an adult milkshake. Yes, I would say that's true. Tumbleweed RV Life, I have a new subscriber. Her name is Susan Sprang. Guess who that might be? Hey, there he is, Timmy Ray. Welcome aboard. Echo tents and 2 campgrounds. That's cool. Marquette, you're going to make it all the way there. Now, Marquette is very close to Gould. Oh my goodness. How am I going to go pee? I may have to step out for a minute and let the people chat amongst themselves. I'm getting behind now. So, yes, there we are. Okay. Marquette is a little bit to the west of Gould, Gould, and that is where the campground is. I can't remember the name of the campground. Tina's the Outsider was there. Let's see, Steampunk Steve. There's some other channels that were there, and it was predominantly schoolies. The event was Schoolie UP, and it was right around the 1st of August. And Tina had a great time up there, and I'm sure everybody else did. But you're close to that campground when you get to Marquette. Like I said, Gould, Gould, Michigan is a little bit to the east, probably 6 miles from Marquette. Jill, welcome aboard. Been bragging about you. It's good to see you. Get the jar for the captain. It's time. Please put it on mute. Hide. Oh, that's hilarious. I got to put that up there. And I'm going to do this. My brother and I were beefing around about maybe having a Captain Jack and Friends Bayside or a water tour here. Yeah. That would be fun. That would be totally freaking awesome. Man, would I love to be down there. You named it after me. Okay. I'm going to do something that a lot of people do. I probably spelled it wrong. It's all right. I don't care if I spelled it wrong at this point in time. And I'm going to post it because maybe we get somebody new in here. This is something new to try. We'll see how it goes. Bragg, North Carolina. Correction, Kevin, we made it. We will make it to Duluth tomorrow. Okay. That's in Minnesota. Minnesota. And don't take it too fast. You got your schedule made out, and I don't think you have to kill yourselves to beat feet here. But I know you're well. I mean, you got your schedule, and you're basically going to be on time, barring any issues. And we pray that you won't have any issues. All right. I'll be back in a minute. The other one's shorter. I don't know where it is. I do have more, but I haven't worn them yet. Oh, hi, mateys. I'm back. All right, let's see. Biological break. Okay, there you go. There. Hey, Carl. I have a jar for you to rinse. Oh, wait. Never mind. You're not on duty. What Jill said something. I can't quite get to it. Daggone it. Jill always says something funny. Or complimentary. Well, what did she say? Fort Liberty. Okay. Okay. Cakewalk. That's not that bad. I rinsed it overboard and we're fine. San Francisco. Just got back from Poland and wanting to visit for a few weeks. How many years has that been? So, wow. I got to scroll up to make sure. Okay, I think it won't be Fort Bragg much longer. Does that have something to do with that lawsuit they keep talking about? I thought that was Camp Lejeune. Is that near Fort Bragg, or I don't know. I am not up on military things a lot. She's heading out early in the morning. Okay. I'm caught up, maybe. Fort Liberty. Liberty Mutual. Liberty, liberty, liberty. Just kidding. Ah. That's sad, Sue. But somebody said this morning, it's the circle of life. It's how things. You say somebody stole an airplane in Mississippi? Huh. Weird. Sorry. I don't know what happened, Linda. I was trying to scroll with two fingers up and down. All of a sudden, boom, I was gone. Stacy's Country Cooking and Adventures. Not the same Stacy that we refer to sometimes. Stacy Truler. This Stacy spells her name different too. Really, quite the story. Oh, I haven't heard that one. I'll have to try to remember. I'm going to write it down. Maybe I can Google it later. Stolen airplane, Mississippi. Speaking of that, I had a pop-up this morning, about 7 a.m. And, well, no, it wasn't a pop-up. It was in subscription. No, it wasn't even in subscriptions. But it was in YouTube. You know how you click on YouTube and it shows you who's maybe going live or the latest videos or whatever. But there was a video. Turned out it was 3 days old, but they made it sound like it was 10 minutes old in the title. You know, like it was breaking news 10 minutes ago / rest in peace / Dolly Parton. And I'm freaking out. I am freaking out. I got tears coming to my eyes. I'm like, what? And then started listening to this video that this guy put out. I ended up getting a thumbs down. First time ever I'd ever gave anybody a thumbs down. And he's talking about Dolly Parton's life and, you know, da 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 da. Nowhere in the video does he say when she passed away. It just says, but the title makes you jump right in there. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton. Come on, you butthead. I was pissed. You don't do that. Don't tell everybody I'm dead until I really am dead, please. I know I look that way. Gosh. So if you see that, I'd delete it, man. Give it a thumbs down. And I realize thumbs down, thumbs up don't matter. They all count for watches. Still, I was pissed. I Googled, you know, to make sure that I hadn't missed anything. No, she's alive and well. I also thought for a minute, okay, is this one of those advertisements for CBD oil? You know, like they have, you know, this is the end of Willie Nelson. Bullshit. It's an advertisement for cannabis. Okay. Wow. When I die, I want to go peacefully in my sleep, just like your grandpa did, not screaming and shouting like his passengers. I love that joke. I've used that one before. Yeah, same here. Oh, I ought to type this one. I think I will. Where did I put it? Yep, I'm going to type this one. I'll show it to you in a second. Everybody will see it. This was on my friend's shirt. Bear with me. I'm almost done. You'll like this one, Mark. Actually, everybody will probably like it. Ah, crap. I messed it up. It's supposed to say, I can't believe how old people my age are. Dang it. All right, take that off of there. Well, I thought it was great. It was on my friend's t-shirt. I can't believe how old people my age are. Wish I could just delete that. Maybe I can. Put user in timeout. Okay, I guess I can't. Can't moderate my own shit. Your adjustment screws are rusted and stripped. That's good. That was terrible. Thank you, Nash. When I was your age, I was your age. Yes, that's true too. I only used to know. What did my dad say? He'd always say, I've forgotten more than you'll ever know. Or another one, he'd say it real fast. Yes, Sarah. When I was little, I didn't know what he was saying. I love it. Yeah, it's like when I do videos at a cemetery, I was like, yeah, people are just dying to get here. Everybody's cracking up. That's a good one, Mark. See, now we got Carl and Mark. They're feeding into it, and I love it. I love it. They're all just biding their time for Holly to be here, of course. But 3 generations. Were you here last week? I don't know if you've seen Holly by Golly. Well, she'll be on pretty soon. She's my roommate. She's also my patient. I'm her home health care provider. She has good days and she has not so good days. Bad jokes are us, yes. Hi, Jill. Holly's hanging in there. She's still running about 3 on the oxygen. I was on a plane when the engines failed. The passenger said, how far can we go? I said, all the way to the crash site. Oh, Jesus. Holly has an airplane joke tonight, and it's a good one. That's a good one, Christian. That is good. So nobody's trying to guess the featured channel. This is great. That's all right. We'll carry it over to next week. We're having more fun having fun. You know what I mean, Vern? Uh-oh. Do you know what I mean? Can you read in between the lines? Okay. Well, 3.14% of sailors are pirates. Oh, all right. I'm going to put that up there. Oh, you haven't seen it. A lot of you haven't seen it. I did show it this morning. A friend who stayed a couple days with Sonia, the blue-eyed Chirica princess, stayed over here. Anyways, her friend gave me this. It's a little box, cedar box, booty bank. The only thing is, I was going to put Linda Barker's winning ticket that I have to give her at M22, but it won't quite fit. But what I do have in here, from one of the videos a couple weeks ago, we were in Podunk picking up scrap, and there happened to be an aquarium there, like 20 gallons, maybe 15 gallons, and Sonia wanted it for a niece of hers or somebody. She called them on the phone, texted them or whatever, and they said yes, they wanted it. And then, of course, Sonia said, well, we'll have to test it to make sure it doesn't leak, which she did when we got back here to the cottage. But we had to empty out the rocks and stuff that was in the bottom, polished rocks. And then Sonia spotted this. I picked it up. That is a 1942 Liberty Head dime. It's in pretty good condition. It's probably easily worth a dime. And then also, she spotted a nickel right after the dime. This is a Indian head, if you will, but more commonly known. Can I get it in there? It's a buffalo nickel. Then there was this is in bad condition as far as it's really tarnished. That's an Eisenhower silver dollar. Not that old. And then this. Rusty 78309 is a very good guess. This has some cool artwork on the back. You can see an airplane up there in the top, or a jet fighter actually. There's soldiers, there's tanks, there's everything. Anyways, farts. I like that. This is Operation Desert Storm Veteran. Now, to me, this is not government issue, I don't think. Maybe somebody can tell me that's a veteran of Desert Storm. I just kind of figured it was a bauble. But you know what? It's got some weight to it. Maybe it's government issue, or maybe it's from Franklin Mint or somebody like that. Maybe it's got some gold content. I don't know. But it was in that aquarium. So I'm putting it in the little booty bank. I have a few other coins I can put in here that I've won on YouTube channels from coin collectors. Hey, that's kind of fun. Two more dimes and another nickel, yeah. I have a belt buckle that has a buffalo nickel on it. Very worn, but very polished. You can tell it's made out of nickel. Real nickel. The metal nickel is what nickels used to be made out of. I think they're nickel plated maybe these days. 78609. Yeah. All right, let me say yes. Yeah, I like that. Why can't I click on it? So you think the previous aquarium owners are trying to stretch their gravel? Good one, Linda. Who knows? Sonia didn't want the stones, or I guess her niece didn't want any stones. It's going to be a turtle tank. Me, I would have kept the stones and, sanitize them. But they got dumped in the dumpster. That was at Podunk property. I did triple check to make sure there wasn't any other coins or jewelry or anything like that. I didn't see anything. Yeah, moderators can't moderate. Well, the secret is out. Am I missing something? No, I don't think so. Oh, the week ahead, Monday, of course, is Labor Day. So I'll probably be laboring in my yard or on the bus. I still have lots to do in the yard. You know what I found out from a friend of mine? Scrap is down to $130 a ton. You know, with all the scrap I got around here, I might come up with maybe 2 tons. Maybe. That's pushing it. That's actually pushing it. I'll probably only have maybe 1,500 pounds. It's hardly worth the gas to take it to the scrapyard. It's really getting hard to be a scrapper, at least in Michigan. The price is way down. You can't bring in a car unless it's all squeaky clean as far as the title is concerned. You know, it's got to be a clean title. Used to be the scrappers got around that by cutting a car in half and taking 2 different trips. You know, one half the car one day and the other half of the car another day. Can't do it anymore without the title. So the only other solution is to tear it down to nuts and bolts and little pieces. The time and energy you spend doing that for, you know, the money that it pays now, it's not worth it. You can flip burgers at Wendy's for more money. The fact that, you know, there's a lot of cars out there that people have lost the title. And unless, you know, parents have got a car that's sitting in their yard that their son's friend who left for parts unknown and nobody's heard from them abandoned 3 years ago. No, they don't have a title. They can't get a hold of them. So it's basically an abandoned vehicle. Now, in order to take that abandoned vehicle across the scales, you have to have a title. Okay? Now, there is a go-around, fortunately. Yeah, fortunately, my ass. If you get a surety bond for $200 and you get the state police or at least a police officer to come verify that this vehicle has not been stolen, you can then apply for abandoned vehicle title or a salvage title, either one. That's at least $15 for that. And you got to wait a couple weeks for it to come in the mail. You can't get it instantly. And once you do that, you take it to the scrapyard and you can get rid of it. All things being equal and clean. So you're thinking, wow, I got this surety bond. I'm going to start picking up these cars from these farmers and places I've seen where they got a car and they can't get rid of it because it doesn't have a title. Well, think again. That first car cost you $200 for the title, actually $215 plus a lot of hassle. Okay, Holly, 5 minutes to make, what, $200, a little over $200. So you broke even. No one's won yet. We've only had a few guesses. We've only had a few guesses and nobody's been correct. So. No, they can guess until they guess it. She thought, can they only guess once? They can keep guessing forever. Chicken wings. Anyway, well, I'll be darned. I never heard of that. So, you're thinking, oh, I got this surety bond through the insurance company. Guess again. For the next car you go get, you can't use the same surety bond. It's $200 for each car. Now, after a year of doing surety bonds, they will reduce the price to $100 per car to get a title. If scrap goes any lower, everybody's going to quit hauling scrap. Maybe the price will go back up then. some scrappers have the ability to store, stockpile it until the price goes back up. Pretty good for them. I can't do that. Especially now, I can't do it because I'm out of room, out of time. Township hates me. Well, so I'm basically kind of out of the scrapping business to quite the degree. I don't know who's getting rich off of this. I know it's not the scrapyard. They didn't make these rules. The state makes these rules. Why? Because too many cars are going through chop shops, and they're just trying to control the crime. Cars get stolen because they have a catalytic converter and maybe other parts that are valuable. I think the car companies ought to start stamping the serial number of that car on the catalytic converters. Maybe they'll catch some criminals that way. The other thing that's happening, fleet cars. We had this happen a couple of years ago at Spectrum Health. Go out to start our vans in the morning. Boy, it's loud. What happened? Man, they crawled under it and cut the catalytic converter out. And the next van, and the next van, and the next van, and the next van. Sure, we had cameras, but somehow they were slick enough not to get caught. Wow. That's crazy. Carl, that sounds good. Wow. The ex-wife worked for Subaru. I saw a flooded or damaged vehicle sold as fleet. Yes. Yep. We've often said you better watch that, car can be all cleaned up and it's a good price and they say it runs and then you really need to look. You look in the little corners and crevices. If you see sand in any of those corners or crevices where you think, how did that sand get there? It was in a flood. Don't buy it. I got my family here, and they said you look like the old man playing on Ernest Save Christmas. Yeah, Ernest Save. Yeah, that's funny. So anyway, ouch. I thought it was a bug. No, it was just I was sitting funny. And my foot started to tingle. I thought a bug had crawled in between my foot and my sandal. The Road to Go vlog. Welcome aboard. Good to have you here. What am I hearing? Ah. Well, I'm glad I put things away this afternoon. I didn't believe Holly. I told her, I said, it's not supposed to rain until tomorrow. It's raining. I've just heard it hitting the window, and I'm like, something wrong with the air conditioner? No, it's not the air conditioner. It's raining. Took place in Ohio. Daughter hit a deer and smashed her bumper. The insurance company had the car fixed, but the new bumper didn't have a place for a plate. So then what did she do? Mount it on the windshield wiper. And when it rains, there goes the license plate. Right? I'd do that. I don't kind of like the clean look up front, no license plate up front. But on the other hand, I like some of the vanity plates that I see, especially on some of the classic cars. They'll have historical vehicle plate in the front, which I guess you're allowed to do. And then the rear plate will be, let's say, 1965, the year of the car. Let's say a 65 Mustang or whatever. I think that's cool. Sometimes something funny is kind of good for certain cars, for a front plate. I like personalized plates, as you know. Synchronicity has her Syncy plate. And I didn't take it. She's yelling at me about a root beer. I didn't take any root beer. Wait a minute. Are you talking about the root beer that you put a napkin in?
What?
You're not talking about that root beer that you gave me the other day, are you?
Last Saturday, yeah. I put another one in there.
Well, I've never touched any root beer other than that one. In fact, I never finished that one. I was too tired. All right. Meat, starch, and veggies. Yes. Yeah, I totally agree on that one. Carl, I bought an RV years ago. I mean, we're talking years ago, 1970s. I bought a schoolie, and it was a motorhome. It was a 1959 Chevrolet school bus, but it was titled as a motorhome. Came out of Montana with Montana plates. How about that? I didn't have that very long. I think I had it about not even a year, and then I sold it. A regrettable name for a pirate's ship. Well, it's supposed to be Synchronicity. My sister was the one that said, well, I can't remember Synchronicity. Call it Syncy. Okay. And I should have spelled it Synchy. That would have fit on the plate, but I don't know if other people would have been able to pronounce it. They go, what's that? Syncy? What? They wouldn't know what it meant. Maybe they don't know what Syncy means either, but to me and you, we know it's abbreviation for synchronicity. The other name is Anchor. Up yours, Carl. You got me on that one. Hey, there's James Catanese. James, did Kevin get a hold of you? I hope. He and I spoke earlier this afternoon. Which seeing how we're talking about synchronicity, I don't know if did I mention this tonight? Yeah, I did.
Here it comes.
But here's Holly. All right, I got to get out of here. Let me put up a good picture here. Good picture? I don't know if I have one. Yeah, I do. I got a good picture.
Come on, I'm standing. I'm going to fall.
All right, I'm coming. There. All right. Please give her a warm welcome to Holly by Golly with the Weekly Laugh Report.
With the Weekly Laugh Report.
It's going to be epic.
Look out.
I am trying. You were right. It rained 2 months ago.
Oh, boy. Whew. Boy, I look so red. I'm not red, though. Oh boy. Hi, everybody. I'll be with you in a second. I gotta get situated here. Gotta move the old hose where it ain't dragging, pulling off my nose. Oh, boy. Oh. Air conditioning makes my nose run. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Whew. Oh, okay. Excuse me. That felt good. Howdy, folks. This is Holly by Golly with your weekly laugh report. And I do have quite a few things to inform you of today. Hope you get a kick out. Hi, James Catnese. Hi, Nadju Want Quay. James Catnese. Hey, Linda. Hi, Lucky Dog Moderator. Hi, Sandra Robinson. Hi, Linda Barker. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hair tickling my nose. Okay, are you ready for this? Okay. Well, my Uncle Charlie, he thought he was a radiator. He kept hissing. So, their friend who did like him very well. There we go. Hey, folks, I'm back. We had a storm here. Now I'm all fuzzy like, oh, it's probably Jack's heart thing.
Let me get out of here.
I'm still kind of fuzzy. That's all right. Anyway, hi again. Let's try this one again. Uncle Charlie thought he was a radiator. He kept hissing like, tss, tss, tss. So my Aunt Louise was telling her friend who didn't like him very well that she took him to a psychiatrist. And her friend said, why? To find out if he's really crazy? And my aunt said, no, to get him to stop hissing. Hey, what does Popophobia stand for? Fear of the Pope. But What did the Dodgers say when the Pope gave mass at their stadium? Maybe we can beat these Cardinals. What does vanophobia stand for? The fear of being on the wheel of fortune and saying you want to pee. R. What does bonophobia stand for? The fear of being pulled over by a cop and he comes up to you, your window, and says, "I've got you, babe."
Wait a minute, that's not right. You said van, that was bone.
I already said that one.
I know, but you said...
I already finished that one.
All right.
Butt out of my thing and listen.
You told me to.
Just listen up. Okay. What is bonophobia? The fear of being pulled over by a cop and he says, "I got you, babe." 3 generations. Guess the Raider had a leak. I guess so. I'll take a pee, Linda said. Nadra frozen. What does Jehovah phobia stand for? It's the fear of being pulled over by 2 men and they come up to your windows and they're Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, something just fell. Don't know what that was. My Uncle Bart, he was a prospector, right? So him and his friend Jesse, they're out in the desert and they're looking for gold. And Jesse got bit by a snake. And he yells over, "Bart, Bart, I got bit by a snake. What am I going to do?" And Bart says, I don't know. And he says, "Well, go get a doctor or something." So Uncle Bart, he rides into town and he finds a doctor, right? Well, and then the doctor said, "I'm sorry, I can't help you right now. I got to deliver a baby this afternoon." And then the doctor says, "But what you can do is you cut through the snake bite and then you suck out all the poison." Oh, I should mention to you, Jesse got bit in the foot. So, and I go, and he goes, "If you don't, he's going to die." So, Uncle Bart, he rides back out to the desert where Jesse was at. And Jesse said, "Well, what did the doctor say?" And Uncle Bart said, "You're going to die." You know, I tried snow skiing before, but it was too hard to get that boat up the hill. I tried skydiving with a blind man. Or I tried skydiving as well as this blind man did, right? Anyway, we go to jump out. And have you ever heard a German Shepherd howl at 10,000 feet? Anyway. This guy, I know, it's so silly, ain't it? Thanks, Linda. This guy was taking out this new girl in town, right? So he went to show her the town. Oh, I got a pop-up, darn it. Oh, yeah, I got to use this thing. There, it's gone. Okay. Anyway, this guy, I'll start over. Once again, the third one that got mucked up today. Or is that the fourth? Anyway, this guy was taking out this girl who was new in town. So he went to show her the town, and they stopped by his favorite ice cream place. And as they're walking in, they ran into his buddy who was a teacher, and he tells his friend that he's been showing her the town. And his friend asks, like, where? And he says, well, I showed her the barber shop where Biggs Veltrona got knocked off. And the girl said, yeah, he even let me sit in the chair. And his teacher buddy says, yeah, when he went in and asked for a little off the top, he didn't know what he was in for, did he? Well, anyway, my Uncle Morty, he was a computer analyst, right? Anyway, and he made his computer XR14. And one day, another computer analyzer goes in there and started pushing his buttons. And he said, and QRX14 said, wait a minute, take me out a few times first. Oh, here's a bit of news for you folks. All right. Bella Nutt, she was the first that's NUTT, was the first telephone operator ever, right? And her great-grandson works for the phone company today. And this nut is the one that answers for information. So there's still a nut in the family, and he answers information. So when you have problems getting information on the phone, you know that it's a nut that's answering. One day, oh man, my Uncle Wilbur. Oh yeah, I'm thirsty a second, guys. Yeah, poor doggy. One day, my Uncle Wilbur bought an octopus, and he brought him home, and his wife says, why did you buy an octopus? And he said, because I'm going to teach it to play them bagpipes. So he puts the octopus in a room with the bagpipes, and he waits. He goes out and he waits about an hour. He goes back in, and then he comes back out. And his wife said, so is he playing the bagpipes? He goes, no, he's making love to it. I really liked that one. I don't know if anybody else did.
I did.
Jack says he did.
Kind of weird.
But Jack says he's kind of weird. My Uncle Thomas was walking down the street one day, and he sees this guy. He's down on the ground. He's got one ear to the ground. And he walks up to the guy and says, what are you doing? And he says, shh, listen. And so my Uncle Thomas, he gets down there, puts his ear to the ground. And he says, I don't hear anything. He goes, I know. It's been like that all day.
Tell Mark that's not the one about Buffalo.
It's not the one about Buffalo, Mark. I don't see Mark in here.
HitchUpAndTow.
Oh, I didn't see him in here. He must have got off. He don't like me. HitchUpAndTow don't like Holly, by golly, does he? I don't know. I met some of you folks up north, but I don't remember anybody. I'm horrible with names. I had a really bad day that day, too. I was heat exhausted bad. I wasn't breathing well at super high humidity. Made me wonder why I even went. But I tried to meet you guys, and I was too wrapped up in me trying to breathe and at remember S. I had the SRH.
Yeah, but you want a gift.
But yeah, and that was something else. I'm the only one that doesn't own an RV or a bus or anything like that. And I won that tracker. That was so sweet of him. I gifted it to Jack, though. I told him happy birthday early, but that's not me. I still give him birthday gifts and Christmas gifts every year anyway. He gets spoiled then by me. What do you call it when you're in a guy's locker room and y'all are getting out of the locker, out of the shower and that, and then you go to sit on adjacent benches and your bare bottoms touch each other? Moon landing.
Oh, God.
That's a moon landing.
Yeah.
BRB. What's BRB?
Be right back.
Oh, okay, lucky dog. See if I could talk to somebody.
Wow.
Boy, everybody, I must be boring everybody today. They're all talking to somebody else. Hi, Nancy Drew. I didn't see you in there. You snuck it in there. Okay. Well, you guys, are you ready for this? Or we're rolling them down here. There was this girl. She was away at college, and she hasn't written to her folks in quite a while. And it went like this. Let me read it for you. Dear Mom and Dad, I'm sorry I haven't written you in a while, but a lot has been going on. I broke my leg, but don't worry. The doctor said I should have full use of it within a year. I met an older guy. He's quite a bit older than me and not of our religion, and we are doing fine. We love each other, and he should be getting a job within a year. And we are getting married, not because we want to, but because we have to. Your loving daughter, Jane. P.S. Everything I just wrote you is a lie, but I got a D in science, but I just wanted to put everything in its proper perspective. No. Laugh out loud. Captain Jack, you dog, he says. Frank Cancel, hi, how you doing, dude? Oh, I got 11 people in here. Maybe I should repeat some of my jokes that got flubbed up earlier. Because that was the last one for me. Frank, you'll have to come back earlier next week.
Or you can watch the replay.
Or you can watch the replay of this week and still come back next week anyway. Well, tell all your friends, and I'll have to turn it back over to Captain Jack Scrapper here. So this is Holly by Golly with your weekly laugh report. Gonna be signing off in a second here. Excuse me. That felt good. Peace out.
I just found a buffalo nickel, but it won't fit in the box. And it needs cleaning. 1913. Wow. It's a reproduction. It's actually an ashtray. I used to use it a lot, but I don't anymore. Nancy Drew, welcome aboard. Are you hanging with Joe and Frank? Just asking. Or Tom Swift. Hey, I cut my teeth. Tom Swift and his whatever, and the Hardy Boys. Nancy Drew, awesome. Thank you. Welcome aboard, Nancy. If you have a channel, I'll be definitely visiting you soon. Trying to catch up on all that good stuff. Some of those jokes that Holly had were pretty good. Yes, I do this every week, every Saturday, starting at noon Eastern Standard Time, on for an hour, and then evenings on Saturday, the same Saturday, usually on for another hour and a half. And tonight it looks like we're going to be on here for 2 hours. So there's a lot of good people in here, Nancy. We have a blast. We really do have a blast. And sometimes people win if they can guess who I stole these pictures from. We have a featured channel twice a day on Saturdays. And sometimes they'll carry over to the following Saturday. This one looks like it may carry over till next week because no one's guessed it correctly. But if and when you guess the channel, then you have to be the first one to guess it. Then we, in the evening show, we do a $5 cash word for you. Or if you win, I can send it to you in the mail, snail mail, or deliver it to you in person at a meetup, whatever you want. And then if you win more than just a ticket, if I send it to you in the mail, it's totally up to you. I nothing to do with it after that. But if I scratch it off for you and you win up to $150, you get that. After that, let's say it's 200, well, you and I will split it. And if it gets to be way up there, like $2,000 or more, I will pay the taxes on the winnings, and then we'll go 50-50 on the net after taxes. So you don't have to pay taxes unless you have gift tax in your state or whatever. We're not talking millions. The most.
Hey, Chad,
Yeah.
bring me a handful of that topic paper in there on your way back out, please.
Okay. Arkansas Woodcutter is live. Frank said thank you.
You're welcome, Buddha.
Frank Cancel.
Oh,
I met him last year. I think he's going to be at M22 this year.
you're welcome, Frank Canto.
It's all right, Frank. She said you're welcome. Yes, Nancy. You'll love it here. This community, and there's only 11 of them here right now, but this community is awesome. Totally awesome. And there's some other channels in here that you got to subscribe to them. You got to watch them. They're all good. They are really good. And this community is very helpful to one another. We have a great time. We really do. I get sidetracked on subjects all the time. They'll tell you. So Nancy, are you a creator? Do you have content on your channel? Because we'll definitely be there. Yep, Frank's going to be at M22 again. 3 generations. She's a new subscriber, and she's coming to M22. So Nancy, I don't know how far away you are or what your schedule is, but there are some available sites still at Lake of Dreams Campground in Merrill, Michigan. And the event is September 22 through 24. Or is it 23 through 25? I don't know. Can't remember. It's right in there. I'm arriving on the Wednesday before the event starts. I'm one of the...
Try to be earlier next week, Tom.
Okay. Holly says she'll try to be earlier next week. Anyways, I'm kind of one of the organizers. I got to be there regardless. So, but yeah, I'm coming in on Wednesday, the 21st of September, and I won't leave till the following Monday. But the event is like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The M22 get together. Now, a lot of people are bringing their RVs or their campers, or some people are staying in cabins that are there at the camp. You don't have to be an RVer, you know, and you don't have to be focused on RVing or travel or camping. It's for everyone. It's for everyone. I mean, if your shtick is coin collecting or treasure hunting, or you jump out of airplanes, come on. We want you to come and share your stuff. Look who's here. Dream on Wheels. Yeah, they're coming the 11th to the 25th, and they're the people with the T-shirts. You only got until September 15th to order those T-shirts. And I'll probably be doing PayPal. Just so you know, I didn't have a chance yet today, so it'll probably be tomorrow or the next couple of days. I'll do the PayPal thing and get it off my mind that it's paid. So, and those shirts are pretty cool looking. Very well designed. And they come in different colors. She comes in colors. Always wondered about that. Never mind. Another one for Mark. Have a new game where Kevin's like, where's Waldo? But it's Kevin. I like that. What a great idea, Frank. I bet you came up with that. I talked to Kevin this afternoon. He, some of you are new in here right now, but he gave me a kind of a feel-good moment. I did not know this, but last year at M21, Synchronicity by Schoolie was the very first schoolie that had ever been to that campground. Bob, the owner of the campground, took pictures. So I told Kevin, who's there right now, because he's got that permanent site, I said, well, mention to Bob that he'll be in for a treat this year because Synchronicity looks a little bit different than she did last year. She's not totally yellow anymore. She's almost not a Twinkie anymore. And the interior's been worked on. She's a lot better shape, readiness for camping than she was last year. I got a couple tires I'm going to be putting on the front. I hate the fuel prices, but it is what it is. Yeah, done some things on the inside. Well, they say a schoolie is never done. I have some plumbing fixtures in place. Will they be hooked up? No. I'm glad that the campground has showers. It does have a cassette toilet, but I'm glad that the campground has restrooms. Oh yeah, you're going to like it. Well, hint, hint, there's Rob and Jan. The stripper pole is almost in place. It won't technically be a stripper pole 15 minutes after I've used it. After that, it becomes the railing there'll be another attachment to it. And once that's done, it will not be able to be used for the jokes of stripper pole. It will be a handrail. I never ask if handicap charge. You should, James. I think there is. If you go up towards the office, those showers, or several of them, are handicapped because I used them last year. Let's see. Western Kentucky. See, you're not that far. You can be up here in about 8 hours. Depending on what you're driving. You're less than 2 days away. No, as far as how fast you want to go. Lucky Dog, can you put the link to M22 up here for Nancy? And interested. Backroads RVing. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. No one's guessed our featured channel tonight, and I don't think anybody's going to. No, we missed you last year. You couldn't come last year to M21. Haven't heard whether you're coming to M22. Are you? We'd love to see you, Jerry. Would certainly love to see you. And Rob and Jan, I just said hello and I didn't really say too much. James, he's coming to M22. Frank Cancel is coming. Thank you, Sue, for putting up the link. Now, what is this? I missed something. There you go. I like that. There you go, James. We love to pick on you. I never did finish the conversation with you, James. Did you get everything kind of more or less straightened out for tomorrow to get that money put back on your card and all that? I hope. Paducah, friends in Paducah, Kentucky. Anyway, Nancy, come on up and camp with us. We're going to have fun. And there's going to be a lot of different types of channels there as well. Not just RV channels, not just pirates like me. There's a lot better people there than me. No, I'm kidding. It's a blast. Now, that's why I'm staying more days this year. Last year, I only stayed, I think, three days, 2 nights. You know, hour away from Rob and Jan. Wow. Or from Paducah. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So, I think everybody's aware of how we run this show. It doesn't look like anybody's going to guess the featured channel tonight. So they will be carried over to next Saturday. Last week, we decided that we're not going to go more than 4 times. So next Saturday, this channel will be on till noon, or at the noon show, Eastern Standard Time. And if no one guesses, then they'll be on again at the 6 p.m. show. At the end of the 6 p.m. show, if no one's guessed, then I will reveal that channel. No one will win the $5 scratch off if that happens. That's okay. Lyndon Parker came in just under the wire last Saturday night. I mean, it was close because I was ready to cut it off and announce. She figured it out. I believe I'm right. It was either her or Susan. Those two are always competing with each other. The other thing I'll do, if somebody wins it on the noon show, I'll still be back at 6. And we'll have a different channel to feature. And the person who won the noon show, the scratch off will happen. It'll be announced, whatever. But anyways, the scratch off, if you want me to scratch your ticket off, that will happen in the evening show after Holly by Golly. And if somebody wins the evening channel, then we'll have 2 winners and 2 scratch offs after Holly by Golly. So you never know. We could be on here for 2.5 hours if that happens. So less generic clues. Uh-huh. Okay, lucky dog. What are the clues? Well, the background screams. But there you go. Linda's giving you some clues. No, Jerry, it's not Happy Place Camping. If you look in show more, I can't remember if we did Happy Place Camping, but we've done 80 other channels, 81 other channels, 80 other channels. So I actually did Whoa Nelly twice. That's not supposed to happen. I'm not supposed to repeat the channels. They're supposed to be brand new all the time. There won't be any repeats until 2032, something like that. Gracie and Jackie. Nope, it's not. There you go, Jerry. Happy Place was featured on 9/18 of last year. Is it RV Kids TV? That's a great guess, Jerry. But no, it's not them. Now, let's see. Nude HD, XYZ, Best Adult Dating Site. 4 times. I think, 5 times. I think maybe we need one of our moderators to step in here. SUV RVing. No, Sander, it's not. It's not them. With this pop-up crap, it may have. On the noon show today, in the description below the title, there was a clue. Good, thank you, Sue. Reported them all. All the news, all 5 or whatever they jumped in here. That's the first we've had a troll in a while. Whack-a-troll. All right, we got basically 1 more minute, and I'm going to cut it off here. Oh, you hit Sandra. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, thank you, Kenny. At any rate, upcoming, there'll probably be 1 or 2 videos over the Labor Day weekend. There will be possibly a couple videos between now and Wednesday. Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. This, Jerry, you might not know this. We have another opportunity for you to win $5, and actually easier than this crazy guess the channel stuff. It's a random drawing. We are on the letter C now in the book. I don't have the book in front of me. I think it's in my bedroom or out in the truck. What we are doing, Jerry, and whoever else doesn't know, we are going through a book called Why Do We Say It? And it's about the different expressions that we use, cliches, things that, crazy things we say, and sometimes we don't even know why or where it came from. And so I'm reading from the book. It's not a copyrighted book, or I'm not breaking any rules. It's public domain. And I go through the book, and it's in alphabetical. So you've got 30 or 40 A words, 30 or 40 B or I say words, but cliches with those letters in it. Like one of the last B's that we did was bushwhacker. You know, then on top of this, the people in chat are allowed to make one entry using that particular letter in their own cliche or saying some crazy thing, whatever they come up with. See, that's a C word, come up with. And then they're entered. They're saying the date and their name, channel name, goes in the bucket. And towards the end of the show, I cut it off. Last call for entries. And then it's a random drawing. And typically, I do the scratch off for the winner. So, yeah, that wasn't it. Sonia, the RV DJ. Nope, James is not. What kind of rig does the featured channel have? They have a pole behind. They've had several. They started out at first in a van. And then they moved up to a large tow behind, which I think was like 26, maybe 28. It was a big tow behind. And now they have downsized. They have a 17-foot tow behind. So they've had 3 different rigs over the last, I think they've been on since, I don't know, 2017, I think. Let's see, hide the current comment. That's been up there long enough. Yeah. So that's how the game is played for Wednesday night. It's a random drawing. Boy, 10 million channels about camping. Yeah, I don't know why it's so difficult either, Sandra. People should get it right off the bat, like Jerry just did. No, he didn't get it. Happy Place Diaries is a good guess, and it's not them. And it's not New Horizons, even though this is Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, behind me. That park that everybody goes to that got flooded a year or 2 ago. I'm going to say it's an equal channel, Linda. I don't know. Do you say that I'm a little channel? If you do, then I'm a little channel. They are right there with me. I think I'm at 962 subscribers. The last I knew, this feature channel was at 964. Yankee in the South. That's a good guess, Frank, but it's not him. You know, speaking of Yankee in the South, when I hear that name, wasn't there a character, I mean, it was actually a real person, that worked for the Cajun Pawn Shop, a TV series that was on? Wasn't there somebody called Yankee in the South? It is called Yankee? I don't know. Is it blank, blank, blank adventures? There are lots of adventure channels too. No, their channel does not have the word adventures in it. It does have RV living. Cheap RV camping. No, it's not. It's not Bob. He's a little bigger than most of us. Oh yeah, I hope so. I hope so. There'll be a party. That'll be a fun night. I might actually do some giveaways with some little bit more pricey scratch offs. We could go for hours. Yankee in the South comes from Brown City, Michigan, and she comes from Port Huron, which is just up the road for me. Yeah, cool. You know, I was just looking at a map this afternoon, and I was looking at Port Huron. I've been there, and I've crossed over into Sarnia, naturally. But Christian and Tracy, they'll be there at M22. So it's one of the reasons I got my atlas out that includes Canada. So we're going to be talking about places in Canada that I've been, that maybe they haven't and they really ought to. For instance, the Shakespearean Theatre in London, Ontario. That's, for me, that was a must-see, must-attend. I've been there 4 times. Love the Shakespearean Theatre in London, Ontario. And then there was places in Nova Scotia that I recommend. New Brunswick. I mean, yeah, all through there. I forget where we crossed on our trip to Nova Scotia. We went to London, and then at some point we dropped back into the United States, but we continued east, and we went through Connecticut, Vermont, Upper New York. We went to Letchworth State Park. I recommend that to anyone. It's beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. One of the best parks I've ever been to. And then we went to the coast, Atlantic coast, Massachusetts, and Boston. We had people to see in Boston. And then we went north out of there, Portsmouth, and headed up the coast to Maine. We almost hit a moose. And then we crossed over into New Brunswick and continued east to Nova Scotia. We came this close to taking the ferry over to Newfoundland, but it didn't happen that trip. Still hasn't happened. RV Living Life is from Canada, not Pennsylvania. You're correct. Okay. Is it Gary from RV Living Life? Nope. Let me see what Frank just said. Okay, I gotta get over in here and try to scroll up. Yes. Let me double confirm that just to make sure I'm not leading you astray. They have the word RVing in the name. Not RV life, but RVing. Yes, I am. We're going to get off here in a minute. Holly was just asking me if I was still on. Yeah, I am. I should just get to what? Oh. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Okay. New comments. There. 3 hours. Endless RVing. That's a great guess, Sandra. But it's not them. And it's not Backroads RVing. Good one, Jerry. I don't think I featured you yet. You're overdue. I still have that gift for you, so you need to come to M22 so I can give it to you. You're hard to mail to because you're all over the place. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember. I did the Black Queen, Black Pearl, the Black Queen. What? Yeah, Black Pearl, which I like. That reminds me of my channel, Captain Jack Scrapper, Captain Jack Sparrow. There was a boat in one of those Caribbean movies that he did. Johnny Depp did. That there was a ship called the Black Pearl. Sandra's mad. All right, cool. There's spaces available. I'm sure you have the web or the Facebook page. It's Lake of Dreams Campground in Merrill, Michigan. Let's see, their number is 949-643. You can look it up on the web. I was right on those first 6 numbers. I can't remember the last 4. It's going to be epic, Jerry. And there are some spaces yet available. And they're big enough for the Black Pearl. I'm in Site 49. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for us. It's 8:11 already. I'm sure there's somebody else that's on live right now, and we should go there and see them. Am I subscribed to who? If you're asking me if I'm subscribed to Backworlds RVing, yes, I am. I don't get to visit them very often, but every now and then I do. The last 4 is 0403. You're correct. You know, I know this for a fact because I accidentally, you know, my big fat fingers on the little phone screw up when I'm trying to dial somebody or put in the numbers. So I had 0405. Well, that's a disconnected number. It's in Merrill. It's in Merrill, Michigan, but it's disconnected. How do I know it's in Merrill, Michigan? Because my phone said recent calls, and it said Merrill, Michigan under that number. Whatever. Okay, Rob and Jan, thank you for coming aboard. In fact, thank you everyone for being aboard tonight. We've had a blast, and we will continue to do so. Hope to see you in some of my videos in the next few days. We'll definitely see you Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. Why do we say it? Well, I know why I say this. Fair winds and smiles, and of course, may God bless. Catch you later, babies. I'll be nice, Frank. I'll be nice. Yeah.